I am Ravi Visvesvaraya Sharada Prasad. During his election rallies at Belagavi in Karnataka on Sunday, April 2024, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi excoriated the Congress party, especially Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi. He declaimed in Hindi, the Shehzada of the Congress keeps attacking and insulting India's kings and queens for vote bank politics and appeasement. The Shehzada of the Congress has thereby insulted great personalities like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Kittur Rani Chennamma, whose good governance and patriotism still motivate us even today. And Narendra Modi continued, all patriotic Indians worship Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Does the Congress ka Shehzada not know of the numerous contributions of the Mysuru royal family, which is proudly remembered by all the countrymen even today for its contributions? But the Congress ka Shehzada does not say a word about the atrocities committed by the Nawabs, Nizams, Sultans, and Badshahs. The Congress ka Shehzada does not mention any of the thousands of atrocities of Aurangzeb, who destroyed and desecrated hundreds of our temples, killed millions of our people, and slaughtered our cows. And Narendra Modi continued, the Congress has formed alliances with parties that praise Aurangzeb. So, this is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi alleged in his speech in Hindi in his election rallies at Belagavi in Karnataka on Sunday, the 28th of April 2024. But if Narendra Modi had a deeper understanding of the complexities of Indian history, instead of the Sangh Parivar's ultra simplistic binary of cruel Muslim invaders massacring Hindu patriots, then Narendra Modi would be aware that praising Chhatrapati Shivaji in Karnataka is analogous to going to Chandni Chowk and extolling Nader Shah. The BJP's Karnataka unit should have advised Narendra Modi that in the 1670s, Shivaji had carried out numerous massacres in Hubli, in Dharwad, Karwad, Ankola, Gokarna, and several other towns. Shivaji's brutal atrocities in Karnataka are remembered to this day with terror. In 1672, the Sultan of Bijapur, Ali Adil Shah II of Bijapur, he died, leaving only a 5-year-old son as his successor. And Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he took advantage of Bijapur's turmoil, his erstwhile employer's turmoil, and Shivaji attacked Hubli and Dharwad, carrying out large-scale looting and massacring their inhabitants. And the next year, Shivaji attacked Karwad port and burning it to ashes. And it was the rich Hindu banyas, the merchants, who were his major target for loot, and those who could not pay up were massacred. And again in 1674, Shivaji attacked Dharwad. And in February 1676, Shivaji attacked and conquered Gokarna and Ankola. And he doubled the tax rates compared to what they were under the Adil Shahi sultans of Bijapur, and those farmers who were unable to pay, they were tortured and they had their farm crops burnt. And it was the Desais who bore the brunt of these severe taxation policies and the torture that they faced for not being able to pay the enhanced taxes. And after that, Shivaji then attacked Srirangapatnam and Mysuru, but he was defeated by the Mysuru Maharaja Chikkadevaraja Vadiyar and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He assailed the Congress party, alleging that it had entered into alliances with political parties which were praising Aurangzeb. But if Narendra Modi knew history, it was in fact the very close military alliance and economic alliance between Chikkadevaraja Vadiyar of Mysuru and Aurangzeb, which propelled Mysuru to great wealth and prosperity, making its per capita income and standard of living in the 1690s among the highest in the world. And in fact, it was Aurangzeb's general Qasim Khan who conquered Bengaluru from Shivaji's half brother Venkoji, and Qasim Khan Bengaluru over to Chikkadevaraja Wadiyar for a free fee of 3 lakhs rupees in July 1687. And I will elaborate on this win win alliance between the Mughals and the Wadiyars further in this video. Again, Prime Minister Modi, he alleged in his speech, but the Congress ka Shehzada does not say a word about the atrocities committed by the Nawabs, the Nizams, the Sultans, and the Badshahs. But Narendra Modi is very conveniently overlooking the fact that Shivaji, in fact, had allied with the Qutub Shahi Sultans of Golconda in his numerous battles against Chikkadeva Raja Vadiyar of Mysuru, and in fact also allied with the Qutub Shahi Sultans of Golconda in his power struggle against his half brother Venkoji. And Narendra Modi had criticized Rahul Gandhi for omitting to praise the Wadiyar dynasty of Mysuru. And several decades later, the Maratha Peshwas, they allied with the Nizam Hyderabad as well as with the British in their numerous battles against Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan of Mysuru. And the various members of Shivaji's family had very troubled, convoluted relationships with the Karnataka region. Shivaji's father, Shahaji Bhosle, he kept shifting his allegiances among the Nizam Shahi Sultans of Ahmednagar, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, and the Adil Shahi Sultans of Bijapur. And in 1637, Sultan Muhammad Adil Shah of Bijapur, he attempted to conquer the various small states, what is now the Karnataka region, the numerous tiny successor states which had sprung up after the breakup of the Vijayanagaram Empire. And this Adil Shahi army was led by Rustam-e-Zaman Rana Dullah Khan, and Shivaji's father Shahaji Bhosle was its deputy commander, and most of the army of the Adil Shahis were Marathas. And so the Adil Shahi army, they attacked Srirangapatnam, Mysuru several times, but each time they were defeated by Maharaja Kantiravan Narasaraja Wadiyar I. However, in December 1638, this Adil Shahi army They conquered Bengaluru from the descendants of Kempe Gowda and Utami Zaman Ranadullah Khan. He appointed Shahaji Bhosle as the governor of Bengaluru, and many Maratha commanders remained in Bengaluru to assist Shahaji Bhosle. And Shahaji was joined in Bengaluru by two of his sons, Sambhaji and Venkoji, but Shivaji remained in Pune. But between 1642 and 1644, Shahaji's wife Jijabai and his son Shivaji, they visited him in Bengaluru, and Shahaji arranged Shivaji's marriage to Saibai of the Nimbalkar family in Bengaluru. And after this marriage ceremony in Bengaluru, Shivaji returned to Pune. And the Marathas in Bengaluru, they greatly increased the tax rates compared to the Kempe Gowda, and the Maratha rule in Bengaluru was very oppressive, making the local Kannada population hate them. They brought in a large number of Maratha officials and soldiers from Pune, dismissing Kannada employees, and they made Marathi the official language, suppressing Kannada. In various political intrigues, Shahaji kept falling in and out of favor with the Adil Shahi sultans of Bijapur, and for some time he was imprisoned by other Maratha commanders, but he managed to regain power. And the various Maratha commanders in Bengaluru, they kept indulging in several power struggles among themselves, and Shahaji's son Sambhaji, he was killed in one such rebellion. And the relations between Shahaji and his son Shivaji were estranged for a long time, mainly because of the son Shivaji's rebellion against the Adil Shahi sultans of Bijapur, with whom his father owed allegiance to. And the father and son did not meet for a dozen years. And in 1664, Shahaji fell down from his horse and he died. And he was succeeded by his son Venkoji. And Venkoji had shifted his base to Tanjavur. And Shivaji demanded that his half brother Venkoji hand over to him half of the territories that were controlled by their father Shahaji. And in 1676, 1677, Shivaji allied with the Qutub Shahi Sultan of Golconda to force his half-brother Venkoji to hand over to him half the territories which fell under the control of their father Shahaji. After subduing his half-brother Venkoji, Shivaji attacked Srirangapatnam, Mysuru in August 1677, but he suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of Chikkadevaraya Vadiyar. And Chikkadevaraja Vadiyar had earlier successfully repulsed Shivaji's attacks in 1675 as well as in 1676. And interestingly, there is a little remembered incident which happened when Shivaji was retreating back to Pune after subjugating Venkoji. And it is interesting because Narendra Modi's speech in Hindi praising Shivaji was in Belagavi, and there was a small principality, Belawadi. Belawadi was a small principality in present day Belagavi district, and Belawadi was ruled by Ishwar Prabhu Desai and his wife Mallamma, and they were vassals of the Adil Shahi Sultans of Bijapur. And Mallamma was the daughter of Madhulinga Nayaka, and who was the chief of the Sonde Principality, which is in present day Uttara Kannada district. And her father had trained her to be an expert warrior. And after their defeat by Chikkadeva Raja Vadiyar, the retreating battalion of Shivaji's army, which was led by his general Dadaji Raghunath Jadhav. They halted at Belawadi, and they demanded food from the locals, villagers. But when the villagers of Belawadi asked for payment, the Dadaji Raghunath Jadhav soldiers seized their cows and their crops. So Prabhu Desai and his wife Mallama, they attacked the Maratha contingent, and in a battle of over 20 days, Ishwara Prabhu Desai was killed, but his wife battled on, and she was aided by a corps of female warriors. She had set up a small army of female warriors, and eventually Mallama and her female warriors, they defeated the Maratha battalion, and she personally inflicted serious injuries, wounds on Dadaji Raghunath Jadhav. And Shivaji sent for Mallama, and he apologized to her for the actions of his soldiers, and he expressed his regret over the killing of her husband, and he ordered that Dadaji Raghunath Jadhav should be punished. Now, I had earlier mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi assailed the Congress party, alleging that it had entered into alliances with political parties which were praising Aurangzeb, and Narendra Modi had also criticized Rahul Gandhi for omitting to praise the Wadiyar dynasty of Mysuru. So now I will elaborate on my averment that if Narendra Modi knew history, it was in fact a very close military and economic alliance between Chikkadevaraya, Wadiyar, and Aurangzeb, which propelled Mysuru to great wealth and prosperity, making its per capita income and its standard of living in the 1690s among the highest in the world. And Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, who ascended to the throne of Mysuru in 1673, is widely regarded as one of the greatest kings of the Wadiyar dynasty of Mysuru. And early in his reign, soon after he took over, he set out to conquer the numerous small kingdoms in the region. Uh, because of Aurangzeb's 20-year campaign to conquer southern India, especially against the Adil Shahis of Bijapur and the Qutub Shahis of Golconda, Aurangzeb had a massive, well equipped standing army in the Deccan. Uh, in modern parlance, Chikkadeva Raya Wadiyar outsourced Mysuru's defense and security requirements to Aurangzeb, and this was much cheaper than maintaining a large army of one's own in Mysuru. So Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, he outsourced his defense requirements to Aurangzeb, and he utilized the resulting savings to build infrastructure, invested in agriculture, irrigation, animal husbandry, public health, education, and trade. And so Mysore had one of the highest standards of living in the world in the 1690s. And the vast Mughal Empire provided a ready export market for Mysuru's products and services and goods. And in fact, just supplying to the vast Mughal army, many Mysuru merchants made their fortunes. And Mysuru also adopted many of the latest administrative and fiscal management and budgeting and tax practices from the Mughals, especially in animal husbandry. This was one of Chikadeva Raja's pet projects, animal husbandry, and he uh, got a lot of expertise from the Mughals in indigenous cattle breeds. And Chikadeva Raja Wadiyar, he also organized his government into 18 ministries under different ministers, modeled on Aurangzeb's court. And He established an efficient postal service and he built good roads. The Marathas, they attacked Srirangapatnam, Mysuru numerous times, but Chikkadeva Raja Vadiyar successfully repulsed them each time, and the most ignominious defeats were those of Shivaji in 1675 and Shivaji's son Sambhaji in 1681. And Chikkadeva Raja executed the captured Maratha generals Dadaji Kakade, Jaitaji Katkar, and Santaji Nimbalkar. And a furious Sambhaji, the son of Shivaji, he enlisted the help of the Qutub Shahi Sultan of Golconda, as well as the Nayakas of Keladi and Ikkeri, to take revenge for his generals who were executed by the Wadiyar. And this alliance, they attacked Mysuru in April 1682, but in numerous battles between April 1682 and June 1682, Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar he defeated the combined forces of the Marathas. The Marathas were led by Shivaji's son Sambhaji, and then the Qutub Shahi Sultan of Golconda and the Basappa Nayaka of Ikkeri. This battles took place mainly in Hassan. And the Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar's army, they had developed arrows which could penetrate the armor worn by the enemy soldiers and burst into fire, into flames on impact. And this devastated the Maratha armies. In 1687, Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, he told Venkoji, how long will you be able to hold on to Bengaluru by brute force? Your Maratha administration is very unpopular among your subjects. Sitting in Tanjavur, you cannot easily control Bengaluru. So why don't you sell Bengaluru to me? So this is what Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar proposed to Venkoji, that he should sell Bengaluru to him, and a price of 3 lakh rupees was negotiated and agreed upon. But Shivaji's son Sambhaji, he got information about these negotiations, and he immediately set out with his army to seize Bengaluru for himself. And Sambhaji and his uncle Venkoji, they were not on good terms. Both of them wanted control over Bengaluru. And Venkoji took part of the payment from Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar in advance, but he dithered over handing Bengaluru over to Wadiyar, and Venkoji went back to Tanjavur to handle a crisis there. And then Aurangzeb's commander in chief, Qasim Khan, and Qasim Khan was very close to Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar. So Qasim Khan offered to Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, our Mughal army will drive out the Marathas from Bengaluru, and after we hand over Bengaluru to you, then you pay our army the same 3 lakh rupees. And on 10th July 1687, Qasim Khan invaded Bengaluru and he very easily defeated Venkoji's army within a couple of days. And then by that time, Sambhaji's forces from Pune, they arrived in Bengaluru, and Qasim Khan easily defeated them too within just one day. So on 14th July 1687, Qasim Khan handed over Bengaluru to Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, and Qasim Khan even took his success fee of 3 lakh rupees in deferred installments, free of interest. And Qasim Khan stationed a large Mughal contingent at Sira, that's near present-day Tumakuru, to ensure the security of the Wadiyar's territories. And Aurangzeb, he conferred upon Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar the title of Jagadeva Raja. Jagadeva Raja meaning the Lord and the King of the entire world. So Aurangzeb conferred the title of Jagadeva Raja on Chikkadeva Raja Wadiyar, And Aurangzeb also gifted Chikadevaraja Wadiyar his favorite swords and rings, and signet rings, as well as a throne of ivory. And Chikadevaraja Wadiyar declared these gifts from Aurangzeb, the swords and the rings, to be the official regalia and symbols of the kingdom of Mysuru. And in both 1699 and in 1700, Aurangzeb held grand receptions at Ahmednagar in honor of Chikadeva Raja Wadiyar, and Aurangzeb declared that he was his brother. And even after the death of Aurangzeb's commander in chief, Qasim Khan, Aurangzeb directed his own sons, Kambaksh Khan and Sultan Muazzim, to ensure that the meticulous implementation of his military alliance with Chikadeva Raja Wadiyar. So, in conclusion, Narendra Modi's praise of Shivaji in regions where he carried out numerous massacres and atrocities is likely to alienate the voters of Karnataka. And it is unlikely, in my opinion, that Narendra Modi's strategy of portraying Muslims as brutal conquerors will find much resonance in Karnataka, because the Arabs, they had traded with Karnataka for millennia before the advent of Islam, and the conversions to Islam in Karnataka happened peacefully under the influence of Muslim saints and Muslim holy men rather than under physical threats. So I think I should conclude here. So please subscribe to my channels on YouTube and Instagram, and please connect me with me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook pages, and Instagram threads. My Twitter account is at RVP. On my YouTube channel, I'll be uploading several more videos about politics, the economy, business and industry, and about technology. So please subscribe to my YouTube and Instagram channels. This is Ravi Visvesvaraya Sharada Prasad saying goodbye. Goodbye from Ravi Visvesvaraya Sharada Prasad.